I think this is a really interesting waveform here. Let's see if we can get a little closer, a better look at it. There we go. Looks like it's several phases. So I thought that part's pretty cool. Now for some, we'll probably do some upgrades. You can see we're off the scale here. We're tuned into something funny, for sure. Oh wait, no, it just jumped back down. Okay, so here's a couple things we may be able to work on in our circuit to maybe even better improve it. This is a 50 ohm variable resistor. That's probably a 5 or 10 watt model enclosed there. I'm thinking to put it here in the circuit so that we go out of the 500 ohm variable resistor into the 50, and that'll be our fine tuning knob to let us jack in those waves. Also, I'm thinking about replacing the big caps, these guys, with these cans. And that's a General Electric 6500 microfarad at 15 volt DC. Now, why would I want to limit it to 15 volts? Which is what I hear you thinking. Well, my thought was that we could charge up those caps and then have this this thyristor, this silicon-controlled rectifier connected over here, and dump that back out into the charge battery. We put some of these, maybe 2 of these in series, or 2 sets of 2 in parallel in series with another set of parallel. Then it might just work out okay. Also, this stuff right here, ferrofluid. I want to improve my rotor housing. I'm going to show you that right now. I'll go ahead and pull the device. Hate to do it when I have it so perfectly tuned, but that's the way it goes. So here's our little rotor housing. And this is just a little piece of acrylic tube, which I'll go get the big piece. So I cut that off of this, and then I put a zip tie around it. So there it is. But it started to wear, so now we get a lot more wobble. So our magnet, when I first made it, it would fit in there relatively snug, just a tiny bit of move on each side. I'm thinking maybe titanium in a pressurized environment, pressurized and lubricated by the ferrofluid, would be optimal for our purposes. I think maybe this mirror underneath here, if we were to replace that with a bismuth plate, a concave polished bismuth plate, we might see some interesting effects there with the reflection of the magnetic wave coming from the coil and the magnet. So, you saw it. I'll tune it up one more time. There's your waveform. I'll go through several different time divisions for you. starting at 1 microsecond. Alright, we can't see too much there, can we? So there's 1 microsecond. There's 2 microseconds. There's 5 microseconds. There's 10 microseconds. 20. 50. 0.1 millisecond. 0.2 millisecond. 0.5 millisecond. 1 millisecond. That's what happens when we go a little bit too high on our impedance. It wants to kind of stall on us. We got to crank it back down. And notice our amperage is still off the chart here. We're increasing the frequency. I think this is what Tesla meant by when you make the gate, it's tough to turn it off. When you make the ether flow, it likes to continue to flow. Now we just jump back down to a reasonable level. We can get unreasonable here again very easily, as you can see. Yep, we've moved right over into unreasonability there. I'll even hit the range button, guys. That's the auto range. There's our waveform. Should I be glad? Oh, that wave just spit.
Science is the best tool ever devised for understanding how the world works.
Science is a very human form of knowledge. We are always at the brink of the node. Science is a collaborative enterprise spanning the generations. We remember those who prepared the way, seeing through them also.
If you're scientifically literate, the world looks very different to you. And that understanding empowers you.
There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality.
We can do science, and with it, we can improve our lives.
There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality.
The story of humans is a story of ideas that shine light into dark corners.
Scientists love mysteries. They love not knowing.
I don't feel frightened by not knowing things. I think it's much more interesting.
There's a larger universal reality of which we are all a part.
The further we probe into the universe, the more remarkable are the discoveries we make.
The quest for the truth in and of itself is a story that's filled with insights.
There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality.
We can do science, and with it, we can improve our lives.
There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality.
The story of humans is the story of ideas that shine light into dark corners.
From our lonely point in the cosmos, we have, through the power of thought, been able to peer back to a brief moment after the beginning of the universe.
I think that science changes the way your mind works, to think a little more deeply about things.
Science replaces private prejudice with publicly verifiable evidence. There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality.
We can do science, and with it, we can improve our lives.